Kanye West has been promoting his new collab album Vultures with Ty Dolla $ign, so he has a new interview out now where he briefly spoke about a request that he had for Nicki Minaj after working with her on her iconic Monsterverse. Let's hear what he had to say, and then I'll give my comments on it.
With Safaree, when he was rapping for Charlamagne, they just trying to go, nah, that's not it, bro.
He used to be staying fresh. He was there with like, you know what's so messed up is like, he didn't really know they was together. So he's down doing Dark Fantasy and he in the studio. I'm just thinking she with a bad bitch. I'm like, yo, Safaree, you think Nicki will let me and Amber hit like what she said? This her man. Like, you gotta make these raps true. Think me, you and Am shit Minaj Friday. I'm like,
hey man, I'm glad we did.
Hey, send your girl, ask your girl, can I get her number?
Hey bro, I can't wait to see.
First of all, why is this a topic of conversation? The line is what Nicki said, I think me, you, and Am should Minaj Friday. Kanye said he wanted to make that line true since she said it. How do y'all think Nicki would have responded to this? I could see her having the same reaction as me, which would be like, ew. Like, I don't even look at Kanye in that way. Just gross. But as we all know, Nicki has been very adamant about not smashing other artists and producers for no reason. Yes, she was with Meek and Nas, but those were actual relationships, and she's not out here smashing just to smash. And Kanye said that he asked Safaree while having no idea that they were together. How awkward could that have been for Safaree? But Safaree is so corny though, nonetheless. I wonder what his reaction was when Kanye asked him that, and if Amber Rose even knew at that time that that's what Ye was interested in. I guess, it was a serious thought, since Kanye actually asked someone about it. He asked someone she knew, which was Safaree. But Kanye needs some couth though. And I'm annoyed that he had that thought just because Nicki even said it in a song. I don't know. Do y'all feel like as a man in a new relationship, in a marriage, should really be talking like this? Because yes, the past is the past, and you kind of can speak to your experience. But even though, like, Nicki is also in a serious relationship, she's married as well. And I just don't think that, a man with integrity and couth would be sitting around saying things like this in public in front of millions of people when millions of people are going to be watching it. So I just think that is really not appropriate, especially because it was so long ago. And I understand that you want to give flashbacks into your career, but like, you could have said this like 10 years ago when it was actually relevant. Because we've been monstered out ever since, even though Nicki has been performing her Monsterverse on tour. But let me know. We need to rewind back to those times when Safaree and Nicki were together. Did you think that they were romantically involved at the time? Or did you think that Safaree was just like either Nicki's gay best friend or her hype man? I can't remember what I thought. Like, I feel like I always had a feeling, but I was like, why is he always there? But also, did y'all see Kanye uploaded new body with Ty Dolla $ign and Nicki Minaj to Reels and I believe TikTok, but it's not on streaming platforms yet. So do you think that Nicki cleared her verse for Vultures 2? Vultures 2 is coming. I don't know when. I don't listen to Kanye West. So if y'all do, let me know. If y'all heard his album Vultures 1, let me know. I want to know your thoughts on it and these threesome allegations. Next, I wanted to run through this Forbes article real quick because Nicki Minaj is currently receiving praise for her song Big Difference recirculating on iTunes. So let's see what Forbes had to say. The title is Nicki Minaj has a dozen hits all over iTunes and they're all the same song. And that is a reoccurring occurrence with Nicki because that's just what the Barbs do. They love to buy her music and Forbes has always been very supportive of her. So it says Nicki Minaj fans are doing their best to make one of the tracks from her recent album Pink Friday 2 a hit. Her base, known as the Barbs, are buying her song Big Difference in large enough quantities that they may make a big difference in the charting of the tune. Currently, 12 different versions of Big Difference appear on iTunes ranking of the best-selling songs in the United States. It's not uncommon for musicians as famous as Minaj to release several takes of a new single or a popular album cut, giving their fans more to buy. That said, a dozen editions of one title is a lot, but clearly her followers are on board. Big Difference appeared at its highest, number 3, as of Friday, March 15th. Minaj's latest focus comes in behind two new entrants, which were released in a number of hours ago. So then it kind of talked about how like Cardi went #1 on the chart or whatever. So it's like coming behind Cardi's whatever. Let's keep going. Minaj has many versions of Big Difference available as well, though it's not entirely clear how all of them differ from one another. They don't. In some instances, fans will buy the same title from different editions of the same album, which is a workaround for some limits on some download stores regarding how many copies people can purchase or how many will count towards the Billboard charts following the frame. Big Difference is not new, though the vigor that fans are showing for the song is. The track was included on Minaj's Pink Friday 2, which dropped in December. The tune wasn't spun off as a single, but it still managed to debut and peak at number 773 on the Hot 100 the week the full length opened at #1. All these purchases could make the title an even bigger hit on a number of rankings in several days. So this was written by Hugh McIntyre. Shout out to Hugh. Shout out to Forbes. They're always very supportive. Like with Nicki and stuff like that. So we really appreciate them. So guys, if you haven't bought Big Difference right now, I'm gonna show you how to go buy it. 1 second. Here it is. So here's the link that you're going to see in the comments of this video, because we are trying to get Big Difference to #1 and specifically the Gag City Deluxe Edition. So make sure that you tap this first link here, go and buy it. It's this is a link that's dedicated for Big Difference only. It shows you how many versions. You can also buy on Amazon. What? Amatunes? iTunes, and Amazon. Big Difference has already gone #1 on Amazon this past weekend as well. So we got a #1 on Amazon, but we really need everyone to buy on iTunes to get a #1 there in the United States as well. Do know that every week and every time that Nicki Minaj has a new show on her Pink Friday 2 World Tour, the fan base will be pushing a song from the album. So we really want you guys to be a part of the experience and a part of like what the fan base is trying to do to support Nicki. So once again, I'll leave that link in the pinned comment for you guys, but I definitely want to revisit this convo about Kanye and Amber Rose and these threesome allegations, because it never gave that. I don't know what you thought Nicki Minaj was going to do, if you thought she was going to bite back on that, but Kanye, you are gross. You are gross. Safaree, you're gross too. Amber Rose, you're cool, not my type, but Nicki's my type. So are we gonna do a threesome? I was talking to somebody about it on Friday or whatever, and it was like, yeah, it's Kanye West, and you know what, I might just let Kanye hit just because it's Kanye. Like, let's cross it off our bucket list and let's see what it's really giving. It got to be giving something good. If Kim Kardashian was on that, now that's what I'm gonna have to tell y'all. Okay, I'm doing too much, but like, if I really had the opportunity to have a threesome with Kanye West, I'm definitely choosing Kim Kardashian. And no shade, I'm putting something in Kanye's drink so he could go to sleep, and then I'm gonna take take Kim to the next wing of the house, and we can, play and, do what people do. So yeah, that's all I have for today. But please like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.